Good afternoon, everybody, or evening, or morning, or whatever, whenever you're watching this video. It's time for my weekly video. Today's video, kind of like the socks and shoes video a couple weeks ago, is about something that a lot of people don't think about, but persons with disability sometimes have trouble dealing with. Today's video is about cooking and eating. So we're gonna make some lunch today. I'm gonna keep it simple and free. I'm not Julia Child. Those of you with a certain age know who Julia Child is. Some of y'all of a certain age don't know who Julia Child is. Millennials. Anyway, Julia Child, today I am making ramen noodles for lunch. So we're going through the process of making ramen noodles. But, and I'll talk about just some different stuff that I have to deal with when I have to cook and eat. Okay, to start with, I am going to cut up some sandwich meat to put on in my noodles. So, traditionally in my family, when we were growing up, it was bologna that we would put in the noodles. Gosh, I love bologna in my ramen noodles. But today I found some sandwich meat in the fridge. It was turkey, I believe is what this is. So I'm gonna have some cut up turkey in my noodles. So you'll see I'm cutting, which isn't always the easiest thing for me to do. I do have trouble cutting stuff. When I go to a restaurant, usually, like if I would get a steak or something serious, then I have to ask them to cut it for me before they bring it out to the table because I have trouble cutting using a knife and stuff. I'm at a different angle and this is sandwich meat, so it's easy to cut. But like I said, usually I have difficulty cutting stuff unless I got a really sharp knife or something like that. In this case, we just have a butter knife. But okay, sandwich meat is ready. We are gonna have Ichiban noodles today. I know a lot of y'all eat ramen, but we're going with the good stuff, Ichiban noodles. When I was growing up, this was a staple. I remember, when I was growing up, we'd always have an egg in it, and I couldn't stand it. Please don't ever break an egg and put it in your noodles. I mean, if you want to, it's your noodles. You can do whatever you want to, but I can't stand an egg in my noodles. So anyway, opened up the package already. By the way, I have trouble opening packages like bags and stuff like that. So I always need to have a pair of scissors handy because, like I said, I can't open the packages. So scissors are so important to a person with arthrogryposis, whether you believe it or not. Now we're gonna put all this sandwich meat in this bowl before it starts bubbling. So we have a little sandwich meat in our soup. Now I am married now, and so I don't really cook as much as I used to, but whenever I was single, I was known to cook quite a bit. I wasn't a total just loser bachelor who just ordered hamburgers and stuff all the time. But yeah, today is ramen noodle day today for lunch. Hold on a minute, finish out the rest of this sandwich meat into the bowl. So hold on a minute. Put all that in there. Like I said, I'm not a gourmet chef, but I am not the worst either. My big forte is barbecuing, which I guess one day I'll make a video of that. Doing some barbecuing out on the grill, which I love to do. Almost done here. Something I've always got to be careful about is getting burnt, which we'll talk about that in a little bit, but Yeah, I'm always careful because I don't want to get burned. It's happened before. It sucks big time. But there's some people, they just don't pay attention, so they get burnt all the dang time. I'm back. Here I am. I'm back. Hey, my biggest addiction in my life is Dr. Pepper. And you know, when I take a drink, like when I used to teach, and I used to take a drink to work, and I'd be sitting with my colleagues or sitting in my room making my lunch and everything, I'd have to open my Dr. Pepper. I think people always wanted to watch. People always thought I was going to break my teeth too, because you'll see here in a minute, I've got to use my teeth to open the can. It doesn't hurt. I guess I got strong teeth, but yeah, there you go. I guess you could say my mouth is the most important, one of the most important parts about me, because I use it for so much. No dirty comments or crazy suggestions. Don't need that on here. LOL. I just said LOL. Here we go. A little Dr. Pepper in my recycled QT cup. My noodles are cooking a little bit. Haven't started boiling yet. Those of you that are in college are probably salivating right now because you are ramen noodle fans, I bet. Oops. This bowl is not the best. Maybe I should have picked a better bowl because it is swerving around. Hold on just a minute. Get this part done. Okay, I'm back. These are just about done. To quote Bob Marley, let me stir them up a little bit more. Almost finished here. Sorry you can't see me make anything better than ramen noodles. I wasn't real creative when I was thinking about what am I going to have for lunch today. Okay. Now, we're going to move the phone over here to the sink because myself, I don't like a lot of broth in my soup. So I string it out. So that's what we're about to do. I got to be careful and not burn myself. Once again, like I said, I've done that before, and it sucks. I don't have to tell you that. You already know that. Okay. Get my fork. And we're going to strain sauce out a little bit. By the way, if you want to steal this recipe, you go right on ahead. I don't know if you do meat in your ramen. Some people put vegetables in their ramen. Some people, I don't know, they put all kinds of crap in ramen. Just don't put eggs. I mean, if you want to put eggs, maybe you like eggs in your ramen. That's just not my thing. And I like eggs. Okay, so there's some sandwich meat left here down at the bottom. Need to put those over here in our soup. You know, I think I said this the other day, a lot of this stuff that I do not really have to think about it, but then sometimes I do have to think about what I'm doing, because if I get in too big of a hurry, then we end up with spills and burns and messes and all kinds of stuff. So I've always got to be cognizant of what I'm doing and where I'm at and where everything is, you know, and important thing to do. Important thing to do. We're going to put a little pepper in our soup. It's not coming out too good. Alrighty. Turn that off. I'll be right back. I'm here. I'm still here. Hold on a minute. Now, something I need to show you. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm working on it. Something that I need to show you is how in the world do I eat? Because sometimes it's kind of difficult for me. If I go out to a restaurant, something's in a bowl, then I have difficulty with that sometimes. The problem is that I cannot raise my arm up to my mouth. And I had to learn how to do this when I was a kid. So when I eat, and you're not going to watch me eat this whole meal. I'm going to turn this phone off in a minute and enjoy these noodles. But I've got a little candle that I use right now. I've had boxes in the past, different stuff. Kleenex boxes, other bowls, flip them upside down, stuff like that. I can put my hand on there. I can lift the fork and move my mouth down to eat. It's tricky when I go into restaurants because then I have to ask for, I'm talking with food in my mouth. I shouldn't do that. When I go into a restaurant, I have to ask for another bowl or something to put my hand on. One thing I like to use is the little container that they put sugar in. So I'll flip that over and use the back side of it and put it up so I can use it. And bon appetit. Have a great day. Okay, lunch is over. Back to business. Got lots to do. Got lots and lots to do. Look, y'all, not everything is easy. Not everything on this planet is easy for everybody. Sometimes we got to think about things, and sometimes we got to work our way through things. I know that I'm not the only one that struggles with stuff. And I know some of y'all out there do too. But I want you to know you're not alone. And I want you to know, don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid to try new things. Sometimes our greatest inventions are when we try something new. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Please, promise me you won't do that. Right? Got to keep pushing forward. We got to keep moving. No matter what. And I know this is crazy times right now. All this coronavirus quarantine and everything else going on in this world right now. But let's just remember, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep moving forward. Take care.